Nino's, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, hello.
Yep, good morning, mate.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear us?
Yep.
Yep, I was there at the rally yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm part of the church member.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to let you know just a few things. 90% of our population that have come to Australia have come to Australia because of Iraq getting invaded, sectarian violence.
Invaded by whom?
By the coalition forces.
So they've come here because of the war in which Australia was involved.
Exactly. So what I'll tell you what the Middle Eastern mentality is. When they see a coalition force coming to Iraq, they automatically assume that everybody is Christian. So they say America, Christian, Australia, Christian. So they come and they target us, the minority Christians, the indigenous people of Iraq, okay, the Assyrian people of Iraq. They target our churches. They kidnap our young 15, 16-year-old girls.
Who does that?
Okay, well, I'm talking about the fanatic Muslims.
Well, hang on. You've gone from the coalition forces, so you're now saying the Muslims targeted your churches.
Yes.
But they're not these people here in Australia.
Well, how do you know that?
Because this is a decent country and a fair country, and we treat everybody equally, whether they're Christian or Muslim.
Yeah, you treat everybody equally.
Well, you don't. You clearly don't.
Some of them don't, because we have been systematically killed.
But that has got nothing to do with Coolaroo, Melbourne.
Yes, I know that, but 90% of the members there are Iraqi refugees.
All right.
Do you not understand that? Every single one of those family members have seen an uncle, a brother, a grandfather, somebody dead, somebody killed, running from Iraq, in their villages, you name it, they've seen everything. So when an Australian has a car accident and you give him 1 year rehabilitation to get back on his feet, okay, and you give him a nice pat on the back, that is the most nicest thing you could do. But when a family has been torn apart, ripped apart, uncles and aunties and brothers and sisters split over 12 countries of the world, you don't even have a family support, and you have people missing in your family, that's when you can come and sit next to us and feel the way we feel.
You know, you'd be well aware of the Second World War and the Holocaust.
Yes.
Which wiped out arguably it wiped out millions and millions of Jews, right?
Yes, of course.
Jewish people, a lot of Jewish people came to this country.
I've done a big study on that, and my sympathies my sympathies for the Jewish people.
Good. Well, a lot of Jewish people came to this country after the Second World War, and when they came to this country, they didn't object to living next door to Germans or walking down the same street as Germans. They didn't
How do you know that?
Well, I've known enough of the history. I've known a few Holocaust survivors in my time too.
How do you know that?
For heaven's sake, the point I'm trying to make here is that there are hatreds and problems and those divisions, and of course there are people coming to this country who are traumatised. But part of that healing process in coming to this country surely is to understand that here you are safe. Here these people are decent. They are not out to kill you. They are not out to threaten you. And they are in fact there to be your friend. And if they can be your friend, you can heal better and quicker. So,
okay.
I don't like you getting writing instructions from the background. If the person giving you instructions wants to speak on air, put them on air.
No. Listen to me. I'll tell you something. Australia's a large country.
Yes. And
we're a Syrian Orthodox church. Adjacent on the right-hand side of the church, they are putting a 26-meter mosque.
Yeah, that's why we're discussing this. Yes.
Exactly. So if you go to any religious leaders in Australia, they'll oppose this.
No, they won't. That's where you're wrong. They won't.
How do you know? You just said before that you're atheist.
I did not say I'm atheist. I'm not atheist. Where did you get that from?
When you said before that you don't believe in a God.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Oh, whatever, man.
Oh, whatever. Now, come on. Okay.
Next time you attack any Middle Eastern group, you look at their history, you look at what they've been through, and you see the suffering what the people have gone through.
Now, try and be fair. In this country, we do attempt to be fair to people. One, I'm not an atheist. Second, I'm not attacking anybody, Muslim or Christian or Middle Eastern. What I'm attempting to do is say, let's bring it together. Let's operate in this country on a more decent basis than these people have had to live through in Iraq. We don't storm into mosques or churches and kill people. There is a different approach here. And what I think would be really beneficial for everybody is if we could get that through and, in fact, encourage people to live together. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, but it's hard when I go to church on any particular Sunday, and we have a funeral service. We have a funeral service literally, I kid you not, every single week, because one has been dead in Syria or in Iraq, because Assyrians live in Syria and Iraq, our indigenous homeland.
Yeah.
There's always one kidnapped and one dead.
That's awful. That's awful, but not in Coolaroo. That's awful.
It was a Syrian in Syria, a Syrian taxi driver, 33 years old, father of 3 kids, driving a taxi. These rebels or freedom fighters, as they call them, kidnapped him and killed him for no particular electoral service for him here.
That is awful. That is awful. But that is not happening in Coolaroo or Broadmeadows or Glen Waverley or anywhere. And that is what the point I'm trying to make. Leave that behind. Leave that behind and come into...
the same people. They are the exact same people. They've fled here too.
They are not the same people.
Mentality, man.
They are not the same people. Leave that hatred behind. Come into this country as being a peaceful place and a place of cooperation, not of this sort of aggression and hatred. You see what I mean? Oh. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Well, is there any hope of that? Is there any hope of putting aside all this hatred? Yes, it's an awful thing that people would cope with who've lived through it. But part of the healing, come into this country and see it for the decent place that it is. And not a place where you won't have a mosque next door because they might follow a religion that somebody else who was evil followed.
Can you do me a favour?
I don't know.
Can you jump on an airplane, go to Iraq, go to Iraq or Egypt, Syria right now, and stand in the middle of the street and shout out that you're a Christian? Have you got the balls to do that? I don't think so. Good on you, mate.
It is not. I lost. I failed. I really failed. That's what you're facing in that sort of dispute. And it is a level of hatred. Maybe we give up. Maybe you just don't bother about trying to build a mosque next door and the symbolism that is. Maybe you just say, okay, it's not going to work. We accept that we have a level of hatred and mistrust and bitterness, an ancient conflict embedded in Coolaroo. God, that's awful.